Morning, Norman Woodstock, Spawning Bare Bones Broadcasting. I'm radio broadcaster here to get you to think. I want to remind you something. This planet has set up positions in officiating and certification that are there to and will always draw opportunists. And as part of your problem, you're drawing the conflict of interest that is leading to the false report that the stats are based off, misleading the whole place. The first thing these people do when they want to write a procedure, when they want to do a study to write a procedure, is run to stats. They do not look at the situation first. They run first to the stats and narrate everything they see after that with these stats. What's going to happen when the stats are not accurate? When you have conflict of interest filling out reports that you're using stats, you go to the stats and narrate everything around the conflict of interest false report. What's going on? Now you want to insure it. Everyone lying to these stats. Insurance company, those reporting the stats and creating the stats are lying to the stats. And those filing the claim with the stats lied to and about to establish the claim in the first place. And the incidents you're grabbing to try to cause some kind of lovely effect with all this are like something that is settling at the bottom of a fermenting puddle. And those incidents are very least to the huge holes in the net to catch things. Most are falling right through. Laying on the bottom, fermenting, and you grab a few incidents of the package of most of it falling through. And pander the misunderstanding that the net itself is worthless. That even set up the events that you're going to use these few incidents to cause some kind of a reflective remark to this net you've set up that doesn't catch anything in incident at all in terms of how dumb you've got the procedure going. Your bar association, it's got a system here that's nothing yet opportunist. It's astounding. And within the system, I've met wonderful agents, the Bar Association, that are priceless individuals that remind me that's the last place to go. You don't fall through the net so much when you don't lean on that. Lean on your craft of living and communication long before you come to this system that the Bar Association has anything to do with. Because in most cases, they tell you, you can solve it much smoother with communication and just letting irony and hypocrisy play their role and ride that out and make sure you stand on the right line of it. They stay on the informed with yourself and honest with yourself line of it. And you let your natural mutual responses take place and you don't get on the side to take advantage and opportunist and try to pull a fast one on somebody. And that's what's going on here. Somebody trying to pull a fast one everywhere. Unless you're pulling a fast, you don't want to be involved. What's in it for me? It means what kind of fast one we're pulling. Can this planet do things without pulling fast ones on people, on each other, on living, on the chores, on priority, on decency? When decency quits pulling a fast one, can it still work? Because right now, decency is pulling a fast one, and it's not working. The villain's always here, and very few are they. When decency fails, man, do the villains show up. Usually because decency's crying wolf and brings them. Laying in a vagrant's tent, how are you saying, camouflage. Not decent at all. You know what Christ called them? Who did Jesus call black washed sepulchres and so on? Were it the decent that were cursing him? And he said they couldn't be forgiven because they were blasphemers of the Spirit. Wasn't that the decent he was talking about? That's still among us today, pulling the same stunt. Astounding, isn't it? Now, don't point any more fingers. Draw lines on the floor and get on the right side of the line. Never mind the finger pointing. Get on everybody's side. Draw lines on the floor, get the right side. This is what you could know, this is what you couldn't know. Get on the side of the line you could know. Let's see how much you can point a finger now. 1! And point the finger at yourself, but you've got to make up the difference. And keep the finger off each other. Move! Spalding, bare bones broadcasting. This is the kind of broadcasting the skeleton nation likes. This is what happened in Nineveh. This is the kind of conversation Jonah brought around Nineveh. Get it going. Then have an election. Then use a polling process. Then tell me none of the above won't. It'll rule for a while. If it rules too long, you can have another election where you can get you can make them run against each other anymore. Or you go back to making them run against no. Or you just keep throwing that net in and pulling the crap off the top. Okay? Let the puddle boil. Let her boil. You know whose name just came to my head? Mao Zedong. I don't know what he did right or wrong or different. I don't. Only I've heard some of his advice, and it's priceless. Mao's advice was exactly what Christ's advice and Genghis Khan's advice was. And they were wise men. Why they would tell you that? They're wise men. Huh? I've met some killers in my lifetime. They're wise men. They're not stupid. And they're killers. I know. And they didn't kill me. I passed by killers that kill people. They didn't kill me. Someone said, you're getting killed, let me know. That's what they said to me. Yeah. Because I kind of grinned at them. When you meet a killer, grin. That's all I'll tell you. It works.